Hey everybody, welcome to this, which is likely to be the last new autograph update video of 2024. I may do a sort of a year roundup or something, who knows, I may not get a chance, but this is certainly the last update of new autographs for this year, so I hope you enjoy. Let's crack straight on. Okay, so the first autograph that I've got as part of this new video is a Via Venue, and it was from Louise Burton. Louise is probably best known, or to me anyway, for her role in Carry On England. I'm trying to kind of build my Carry On collection, but it's becoming more difficult as most of the main cast sadly are now deceased. So I'm looking kind of more at the peripheral cast, people who maybe were sort of in it as a one-off role in some of the films. This is Carry On England, which by far certainly was not one of the better Carry On films. It wasn't the worst, but it certainly wasn't one of the better ones either. I sent these to Louise via Venue for a theatre show she was in. I sent her two photos, this one here, which is a sort of behind the scenes picture, I think, and then this one as well. But she actually returned both of them signed on the back, unfortunately, which really annoys me when people do it. I'm not being unappreciative, but I mean, surely people know if you want a signed photo, you want it signed on the front, right? Who doesn't have a Sharpie these days? But anyway, look, I'm being bitter. Yeah, so got them both signed, this one and this one, excuse me, signed on the back. To Carl, best wishes, Louise Burton. Not necessarily the best, but, you know, as I say, happy to get a reply back from Louise all the same. And actually in the same play then was this chap, Maurice Thorogood, who's probably best known for the film The Bitch with Joan Collins. I'm not necessarily a fan of Maurice's per se, but I saw he's in the same show, so I wrote to them both as part of the same request. Maurice included this image, which he signed to Carl, best wishes, Maurice Thorogood, and then this one as well with him with, I think it's Celia Imrie. Oh God, maybe I got the name wrong. It'll come to me, or maybe not. Someone will tell me in the comments if I've got that wrong. But this is the one I sent him, and he signed it Maurice Thorogood as well. So two returns back from the same play. I think they both took a couple of days between them to come back, but they uploaded them both on the same day, which is the 17th of October. So you can see how far back I've gone. And actually, considering this is the last video and we're into December now, you can see how little I've actually got to add to my collection over the last couple of months, which is a shame. But I think TTM, unfortunately, has kind of gone through the floor for lots of people over the course of this last year. But that's a whole other conversation. Next up, this is a charity shop purchase. I literally picked this up around the corner in my local charity shop for 50p. I think they must have not realised the significance of the autograph. It's the David Brent songbook. Obviously, David Brent is a character from The Office, but the character is played by Ricky Gervais. But what I know from sort of having had Ricky Gervais autographs and seen Ricky Gervais before is the autograph in the book is signed by Ricky Gervais. So it's not just signed by the character David Brent, it is actually signed by Ricky Gervais. So for 50p to get a copy of the David Brent songbook with the sticker signed by the author and the autograph from Ricky Gervais, absolute bargain, really pleased with that. If you've watched my last couple of videos, you'll know that I'm very much big into charity shop sort of scouring now for books, and books are where my main collection lies at the moment. So again, this is quite a book heavy video. Next up, this is another charity shop purchase. I believe this one cost me again 50p. Not from the same charity shop, different charity shop this time. It's a copy of Maureen Lipman's book, Past It Notes. Maureen's probably best known for a role in Doctor Who. I mean, she's done loads and loads of stuff. She's a comedian. She's been doing comedy for years. She's also in Carry On Columbus, so it's a new one for my Carry On collection. She did all the British Telecom adverts during the sort of 80s. You know, he's got an ology for people old enough to remember that one. But this is the book. So Maureen Lipman's Past It Notes. I wasn't sure at first whether it was real or not, because it's in a post-it note box. So I had to do a bit of digging. I bought it because it was only 50p, but then I had to do a bit digging to see if this was in all of the other copies of this book. I found several copies since, and it's not. This is signed, hand-signed by Maureen, which is great. So really glad I picked it up and didn't leave it sitting on the shelf. Next up, another book. Did not expect to find this one. Absolutely not at all. In fact, I don't normally tend to check the sort of historical books or sort of natural world books, I should say, sorry, when I go searching. But I hadn't found anything in this particular bookshop, which had loads of books, but I hadn't found anything. So grabbed this just as on the off chance to have a quick look. It is David Attenborough's, Sir David Attenborough's The Living Planet. And I was amazed, for £1 this was, that it was actually signed in the front by David Attenborough, which is amazing. So I've already got one autograph from David Attenborough. I've wanted to write to him again, but he's like 98 now, I think, and I don't want to bombard the poor guy. He needs his rest. So really pleased to add this one to the collection. This book, The Living Planet, signed by David Attenborough. Next up, this is actually a purchase. I bought this. I treated myself to this one. For those of you who are long-time watchers of the channel, you'll know I'm a huge fan of the Clockwork Orange, the film of Clockwork Orange. Absolutely huge fan. And I've got lots of people from the film in my collection, but the one person I didn't have was the main character, the main actor. He plays Alex DeLarge, the main character of the film, and that's Malcolm McDowell. I mean, he's been in loads of other stuff, Land of the Dead and Home Alone 4. No, I'm joking. He was in that, but I'm joking. That's not a good film. But I decided to treat myself. I'm never going to meet him. He doesn't come to this country, but he does sell autographs on his website. So I picked up this picture, which is kind of an iconic image from A Clockwork Orange. And he signed it, Malcolm McDowell, in orange as well, which I absolutely love. So it's beautiful. It's like an A4 sized picture. Really big autograph on it. It wasn't cheap, but it was completely worth it to add to the collection. So I almost feel like my Clockwork Orange collection's sort of done now, because there's very few people left that I haven't contacted already who were in the film. Almost everybody's deceased now. So I feel like my Clockwork Orange collection is there or thereabouts, unless I strike lucky. Next up, this was another charity shop purchase. I believe this was about £2. This is an addition to an autograph I've already got from this person. I've got a TTM reply from Billie Piper, who played Rose in the reboot Doctor Who series with Christopher Eccleston. But I found this copy of her signed autobiography, Growing Pains, for about £2, as I say, and you can see here lovely big autograph from Billie Piper in the front there. So another Billie Piper to add to the collection. Always happy when I get Doctor Who autographs in books, particularly to add to the collection. Next up, this was actually a TTM. Somebody posted this on some Facebook group, and I happened to spot it and thought, I'm going to get in on this. It's Ken Coombs, who was an Imperial officer in Star Wars. I mean, he's been loads of stuff. This is I believe, Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi. No, was it Return of the Jedi? I can't recall now which one it was. Return of the Jedi, yeah, it was Return of the Jedi. But he's been in loads of stuff. He's been in like 7 or 8 James Bond films across different actors playing Bond. I mean, he's essentially a supporting artist, like a background artist, like myself. So I wrote to him. I sent him this picture, which he signed. Ken is the guy right at the bottom in the black with the moustache, sort of down to the bottom left-hand side, and he signed it, Carl, best wishes, Ken Coombs. But then he also included a lovely letter, which I've put a bit of it in here. He's a bookmark, which he's also signed, and a little card which says Ken Coombs, Imperial Officer, Return of the Jedi, and he signed that as well. This was via a home address for Ken. Somebody shared online, and then it was quickly deleted, but I managed to catch it quickly and jot it down. So I wrote to Ken, and to be fair, in his letter he says he loves hearing from fans and from fellow SAs as well, which is really nice. So that's really cool. Next up, this was another charity shop purchase. I believe this was about £3, £2 or £3. I can't recall. It was there or thereabouts. And it's another copy of Christopher Eccleston's I Love the Bones of You. I already have, I believe I might already have this twice in my collection. I bought it when it came out brand new, so I paid like 20 quid for it when it was in Waterstones. I then found, in fact, I do have 3 copies of this now, yeah. So this is my 3rd copy. The second one I picked up was about £2, charity shop, and again, this one I've picked up again, signed by the author Christopher Eccleston. It's probably the worst of the 3 autographs. I mean, his autograph's crap anyway, but this is probably the worst of the 3. I've got 2 better autographs than this one, but when he does the round at Comic-Cons, you know, he charges 90 quid or something. So there's no way I was going to not pick it up for £2, £3, despite the fact I've already got it. For those of you who watched my videos before, you know I've got a few repeat books in my collection. I've got 3 copies of John Cleese's autograph signed book, for example. In fact, I've got 5 copies, but 3 of one particular edition. And I've got a new book, which I've just picked up today, actually. Again, charity shop purchase, cost me £3, and it'll be the 3rd of the same book in my collection, but I won't spoil that one. That's for a future video. So very cool to have another Chris Eccleston in the collection. And this is the last one for this video, and this is a real surprise. I did not expect to pick this up at all. It's a paperback book, which in itself is rare because I very rarely check paperbacks. It's usually hardbacks that are signed. But this is a copy of Sting's book. Sting obviously is a famous singer, sang with the Police, and as a solo artist, this is his book Broken Music. And you'll see inside it's signed to Georgia from Sting. It's even got a Sting fingerprint smudge on it, which is really cool. But I believe this cost me £2, £3 maybe, somewhere between £2 and £3 is what most books cost these days. Maybe even slightly less because it's paperback, I don't recall. But I did not expect ever to pick up a copy of Sting's autobiography signed, or even get a copy of his autograph. So really cool, music legend in the collection there. And that's it. That's it for this year. We're up to date. I've got a couple of new things coming into the collection very shortly, which I haven't added yet to the website. So they'll be in the January whenever video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much. If you celebrate Christmas, have a very Merry Christmas. I'm probably not going to get a chance to put the video out yet unless I strike it lucky. Or if you celebrate anything else, fantastic festive season to you. If you don't celebrate anything, just enjoy some time off work, hopefully, and have a fantastic time. I hope you like the video. Please leave any comments. I love to read them. Genuinely, I do. I don't get many, but I love to read them when I do. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Again, helping me out in every way you can. Thanks ever so much. Take care. Enjoy. Thank you for watching, and I will speak to you again soon. Goodbye.